G'day and welcome to Scrounger's Workshop. Can't believe it's nearly 4 months since I've posted a video. Time gets away. I've had a lot to do, new machines in the workshop, summer down here, down under, and like most Australians, when it's summer, we tend to head for the beach. You guys in the Northern Hemisphere have been absolutely freezing, so hopefully this will warm you up a little bit. Summer's on the way over there now. We're heading into winter. That's my wife on the left and the two friends we spent our time down the coast with. This is a Thursday lunchtime. As you can see, we've got the whole beach to ourselves. Making our way back to the caravan site, we bumped into a couple of very friendly locals. Here they come now. They had no hesitation in coming straight in. Tickle my toes. Didn't hurt a bit. They're about 1 metre across. Just beautiful. We got to spend about 10 minutes with them, coming in and out, tickle your toes, and off they go again. And just when we finally thought they were leaving, they would turn around and come back in. This was the final goodbye, and then they were gone. I'll never forget this. Now on to business. Some of you may remember this from a previous video where I was using a transmission jack to come up and pull my heavy boxes out, get what I want, and slide them back again. While this worked well, I found myself something even better to do the job with on a local auction. And here it is, my own personal forklift. So the advantage of this unit is I can pick things up off the ground. I can also get them out of the trailer, lift heavy things up onto the bench. It's just brilliant. And I keep my heavy stuff up high because I hate crawling around on my hands and knees trying to find things. I'd rather pull the box out, look for it at waist height and put it back. And the only thing I want to add is a little wooden deck to sit on the forks to slide the boxes out onto. Otherwise I'm very happy with it. Now on to my second new piece of equipment. This is a 1945 Brown and Sharp number 2 surface grinder. It's now a 2B because the hydraulic feed for the table have been removed. The person I bought it from said it was giving trouble and it was just easy to remove it all. It's 3-phase, so I've connected it up to this VFD and it just runs beautifully. That little ticking noise you can hear is the belt at the back of the machine going round. But it's super smooth. And let's have a look at the beastie motor, and it's only 1.5 horsepower, but it's a fat pig of a thing. Look at the size of that thing. The spindle bearing in this machine is extremely tight tolerance, runs a very thin oil, and it's recommended the machine be started up with no load. Because I'm running the VFD, I'm able to start it up about half its nominal running speed, and I'll let it warm up for 3 or 4 minutes before I start increasing the speed. Here I'm bringing it up from about 30 Hz up to the nominated 50 Hz that we run in Australia, which is full speed for the machine. moving on to my third new acquisition for the workshop. This is a Chinese Bridgeport. Bridgeport is an American-made milling machine held in high regard around the world for their capabilities, especially in the home workshop. And this is just one of many of the Chinese copies. It was listed as being tested and working as it should by the auction house. So I was very happy to buy it. It weighs 1100 kilos and I'm expecting to be doing a lot of work on this thing. But first, that power box needs to be gutted. Since I've filmed this video, I've hooked up a VFD to the machine and everything works but the motor, and that's because there's a relay that kicks in and drives the motor, and that relay isn't compatible with the VFD. Also, the main controls there that we've just come past are mounted low down on the knee, and they've seen better days. I don't like that. So I'm going to build myself a whole new control box, which is going to include the VFD in it, and I have it on a swing arm like the more modern machines. Now back to my heavy machines, and this is how I have them sitting in my workshop. I use these timber platforms I put together, and as I'm 2 meters tall or 6'6", I don't mind the little bit of extra height. It doesn't interfere with my operation of the machines, and it gets my eyes a little bit closer to the work because my eyes aren't as good as they used to be. But the main reason is that it allows me to move these machines. This machine here weighs over a ton. I can move them around safely and easily on my own with no threat or worry of getting hurt. I see guys struggling all the time trying to move these heavy machines around with bars and crowbars and pushing and pulling. You just get yourself a pallet jack. Look how easy this is. Now this part of my garage, it connects to my driveway, so it's on a bit of a slope. Yet I can easily pull this machine up the hill and let it down again. And look how far it is off the ground, mere millimeters. So it's almost impossible for it to fall over. Now about the cheapest you can pick up a pallet jack for here in Australia is just under $300, which isn't a lot when you consider how much hassle it can save you. And if you're fairly handy, it doesn't even have to cost you that. I picked this one up at my local junkyard, and I took a chance even though it wasn't working because it only set me back $10. I knew it needed a piston seal because it was leaking oil out of there everywhere, and when I got it home I pulled the hydraulics apart and found that the main seal on the ram was starting to disintegrate. So for a grand total of $10.70 I got 2 new seals for it. So this pallet jack owes me $20.70, which is a complete bargain. And while I was waiting for the seals to arrive, I just went through, took all the play out of the linkage points, greased the rear wheel bearings and fixed up all the front wheels. The thing rolls as good as new, should last me the rest of my life. Thanks for watching. I'm hoping I'll have another video very soon. Cheers.